I find it amazing that they managed to build these huge boats. This is made of plywood. That's a hell of a size of a boat, or was at one time. Now this is a traditional Filipino fishing boat. And this one is made to be rowed, so that they actually paddle this. One man will take this out. A really scary distance, believe me, and they'll fish. So these are bamboo strips, and they're specially made and curved like this by the people who actually do this kind of bamboo preparation for these small boats.
That's the
And
boat
you can
that
see
we're
over
going
there.
to Cebu.
What, honey?
That's the boat that we ride before in Cebu.
That kind of boat.
Yeah, and then it's broke
Not,
already.
not that.
That boat, Ninya Gento, it travel Hitape to Cebu.
We travelled in that?
Yeah, we travel that one. It's already broke.
Wow.
It's already...
I lead a charmed life.
Ninya Gento.
I actually travelled in that.
Yeah, we traveled that 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Wow.
You know, it's already old. Yeah, Ninya Gentry. We travel Hitape to Cebu.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah.
It just looks too big.
Yeah.
Too big to have been made out of plywood, but we travelled on that. That's amazing.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's plywood. That one.
Yes, it is, honey.
I think
Look
it's
at the
metal.
top. Look at the
Yeah,
top.
the top, but the under is metal. Let's see.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
Now, you can see that that's plywood. And there's a piece that just came off. This is plywood.
Yeah, it's plywood.
Oh, that's interesting to see that out of the water. So this centre part is the keel. Wow. My sense of mortality has increased greatly. Look at that. But of course when we sailed in that, this was the platform that was floated onto that substructure. Oh, and there's another part maybe over there, or another boat. But you guys out there who are what we call, what I'm called, a foreigner, you're foreigners, and you'll be looking at this place now, and how can you not think that this is a paradise of sorts? Yes, I know that these people are living a very hard life. I mean, most of this area, when it's high tide, most of this area will be covered. But if you look, all of these boats are fishing boats. The bigger ones like that, may be the more serious in terms of how much fish they can catch. But these smaller boats we actually eat a lot of the time. Well, Nana and Beth and the ladies of our family will be eating from the fish that's caught on boats like this. And I've certainly spent a couple of quite scary moments on a boat like that, coming back from one of the other islands that we've had projects on, or we've been to see people out there. With our friend Steve Keebler has gone with us, and Marge, they've gone with us to some of these other islands, and we are talking sometime in the future of bringing some kind of water purification plants out there, because some of these islands depend on boats like this to bring them their fresh water. But if you cast your mind back a few moments ago to these kids, there's one there, he just had some of his food, and what a life that they have. See, there's the basket, so bring some of that fish in. See the green stuff there, the nets. Those are nets of a certain kind. I think probably for getting the bottom feeders, crab and shrimp. Very peaceful scene. So, as my sarcasm failed me, looking at that, what can we call it? Can't call it a house, can we? But several people live their lives out in that house. Now I know that people looking at this now will be saying, why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? Why can't they? Some will be saying that they're lazy. Some will be saying that this, that. We're really looking at a place that is, time-wise, apart from motorcycles and the engines that they have on some of these boats, we're looking at a lifestyle that is several hundred years or more old. A culture that is that old And for any of you men who are out there now and probably in a stainless steel kitchen, as you look at this on a small portable on your granite worktop, you will be looking at this and perhaps you will be unaware that you may be thinking, whether you know it or not, about a relationship with a lovely woman who may have this as her background. This may be where she spent her childhood, or something similar. Well, let's make it perhaps even closer in reality. If you work in a hospital in America or in the UK or Germany or anywhere in the West, you may be working alongside a woman who has a family back home, in other words here, and this may be her back home. And if I can say a word to give credit to OFWs, OFW meaning Overseas Filipino Worker, they are sacrificing themselves, because you can bet that the Filipino worker that you maybe work alongside and don't know that very well may come from a background like this, may be sending money home to a family of any untold number. We are building house 48, I think it is, for a family, I think, that has, one way or another, 9 children. They've got 9 children of their own, 2 of whom are married and moved away and sending money, which is why they had a house that was half built. And so they were down to 7, but now there are 2 grandchildren that have been brought home. So they're back to 9 children. This is very much a deciding factor for us. But also, there's the factor of some of the houses that we replace are like that pitiful one that you saw just now. There's nothing pitiful about the people. Let me get this over to you. You see the kids. Kids are incredible little guys. If you look at, we've had some criticisms of our little lovely, that she's this or that, or she's, and we know that she's a cheeky little devil, but as I say, she looks 5, she looks about 5 or 6 maybe, but she's just celebrated her 9th birthday, and she is tiny. But she has learned tricks which have helped her to survive. And she chooses to be with us right now. I had someone who made the criticism based on their experience that she should be at home with her siblings. And maybe you're right. But we live within, for Filipinos, we live within walking distance of her family. And her family is now reunited as a family with a mother figure, because the father has met and has bonded with another lady who is also a single parent. And they apparently are getting along well. I'm not quite sure whether that lady has moved in with Lovely's father. We, for a while, about a month or 5, maybe 6 weeks, we had RJ living with us, and RJ is the oldest sister who was being the mother to the siblings. She wanted to come and help out at Nana's, what here, for the want of another description, they call a working student, and this is where an older kid may come and do the work of a maid, and Nana needs that kind of help, and so we agreed, and so she came and she worked happily. Lovely child, lovely young woman now. And after a while she decided that after one particular visit back home, she decided that she missed her siblings, her other siblings. There are 3 boys. Lovely didn't feel that way, and we are in the process now of helping Lovely to retrain, readjust, and prepare for prepare for a life at school, back at school, which is going to happen, and then we're going to get her through college so that she can create, if necessary, and help her family. Okay, well, that's enough talking from me. I'll go and rejoin Beth and the girls. Bye for now.